SATV News. This is Shibala Ala with our headlines. Government is making Bangladesh Coast Guard as modern force to carrying out more new responsibilities in future, said Prime Minister. Bangladesh reiterated long-standing request for the deportation of Nur Chowdhury, convicted killer of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Prime Minister opens Omar Ekushe Book Fair today. Mask and vaccination proof mandatory for entry. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today said her government is making Bangladesh Coast Guard as a modern and up-to-date force to enable it for carrying out more new responsibilities in the future. Sheikh Hasina said this while addressing the ceremony of 27th founding anniversary of BCG Day 2022 at Coast Guard headquarters in capital Shere, Bangla Nagar. The Premier said her government is working tirelessly to build the capacity of Bangladesh Coast Guard through its own manpower recruitment activities and force restructuring. Sheikh Hasina also said that the high-tech ships, hovercrafts and high-speed boats will soon be added to the force to modernize and strengthen Coast Guard. Bangladesh has reiterated its long-standing request for the deportation of Nur Chowdhury, the self-confessed and convicted killer of father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen said that the killer has been living in Canada as a fugitive for close to 30 years. The two countries can work together to agree on some modalities for the deportation of the heinous killer and flagrant violator of human rights. Momen said the request in a message marking the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Bangladesh and Canada. Bangladesh and Canada established diplomatic relations on February 14, 1972. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today inaugurated the Omar Ekushe Book Fair 2022, the annual event and book lovers and publishers in the capital. The Premier said book fair may last for a month. The authorities have made it mandatory for visitors to wear a mask to produce their COVID-19 vaccination certificate for entering this year's Omar Ekushe Book Fair. Director of Bangla Academy and member secretary of the Ekushe Book Fair Committee said that the book fair will stay open from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on working days and from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. on public holidays with 1 hour break for lunch. And this year a total of 776 stalls have been allocated for 534 organizations. The High Court in Malaysia has granted an interim order against the Immigration Department from deporting former Bangladesh Ambassador Mohammad Khairuzzzaman to Dhaka. Judge passed the order during case management of Khairuzzzaman habeas corpus application today. Khairuzzzaman is wanted in Bangladesh for undisclosed reason, but his wife has contended that his arrest was politically motivated by the Bangladesh government. He was picked up by immigration authorities from his residence in Ampang on February 10. The former diplomat's legal team contends that he was a political asylum seeker with the UNHCR card and has not committed any immigration violations, and hence his detention was unlawful. The court, however, set May 20th to hear Khairuzzzaman habeas corpus bid. The 6-member search committee formed to finalize the recommendations for the appointment of Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners sat with 8 senior journalists today. The meeting was held at the Supreme Court Judges Lounge. The search committee sat with Business Standard editor Inam Ahmed Chowdhury, New Age editor Nurul Kabir, Managing Director of Masranga Television Anjan Chowdhury, Bangladesh Pratidin editor Naim Nizam, Dhaka Tribune editor Zafar Sobhan, Channel I Head of News Shaikh Siraj, Senior Journalist Monjurul Ahsan Bulbul and former President of Jatiya Press Club Shaukat Mahmood. Actress Joya Ahsan had received the Best Actress award for the film Binoshutoy. The award ceremony titled Cinema Shomaborton, arranged by West Bengal Film Journalists Association, was held last Friday at Kolkata. The actress announced the news on her verified Facebook page on Monday. Joya Ahsan shared some photos of the ceremony and said she is honored to achieve the Best Actress award for the film Binoshutoy. She thanked the jury for honoring her with the prestigious award and also thanked the whole team of Binoshutoy for trusting her and her audience for all the love. Viewers are taking a short break. Stay with Euro Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back. You're watching Euro Bangla City SATV News. Now we move on to the international story updates. 7 people, including 2 children, were killed overnight in a fire caused by an unexplained explosion in southern France yesterday. The blast set buildings ablaze on both sides of the street in the small seaside town of Saint-Laurent-de-la-Salanque. Rescue teams searched the rubble for missing inhabitants after an explosion in France. Firefighters continue to search for potential victims of the fire in 2 small blocks of flats left unstable by the damage from the blaze. An investigation into the cause of the explosion have been opened. Country's Prime Minister sent condolences to the families of the victims. Washington is closing the U.S. embassy in Kyiv and relocating its staff to Lviv in western Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on Monday that the decision was made due to the dramatic acceleration in the border. Russia appeared to open the door Monday to a diplomatic resolution of the deepening Ukraine standoff, as the United States said it believed Vladimir Putin had yet to make a final decision on invading the ex-Soviet state. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz reached Moscow for talks with the Russian president today. Meanwhile, as Western intelligence officials warned that Wednesday could mark the start of an invasion, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appeared to dismiss the suggestion in a video addressed to the nation, announcing the day would be marked as Unity Day. With no need for a court order, banks will be able to freeze personal accounts of anyone linked to the protest. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has taken this unprecedented step to crack down on anti-vaccine mandate protest. Meanwhile, law enforcement cleared anti-mandate protest at the Ambassador Bridge in Windsor after a week-long stalemate. While many other protesters will remain in the city, the form of protest has grown into a broader challenge to all COVID health restrictions. Prime Minister Trudeau also said that the police would be given every support to turn down the protesters. The factory area police lodged a case against 150-200 attackers in the wake of death of a Christian boy in Lahore, Pakistan, Monday. The police acted after residents of Walton Road allegedly tortured Parvez Masih following a minor dispute of standing in the street. Police said Parvez suffered critical head injuries and died in hospital. Police have mounted security in the area to diffuse tensions when members of the Christian community took to street against the attack. Sources said a scuffle broke out between some members of the Christian community and locals. Police have registered a murder case against 150 to 200 attackers after consulting a team of lawyers of Christian community. The complaint said some of the attackers were also holding weapons and fired warning shots. At least 1 person is dead and several others injured after 2 commuter trains collided at a train station near Munich in southern Germany on Monday. According to the police, the accident occurred in the late afternoon when 2 trains collided head-on with one another. The trains have been traveling on a single track. Due to the large scale of the rescue operations, the portion of the track had been closed temporarily. A special court in India today convicted senior opposition leader and Rashtriya Janata Dal RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav in the rupees 139.5 crore government treasury embezzlement case. The quantum of punishment will be pronounced on February 18, said a lawyer of the Central Bureau of Investigation. This was the fifth and final graft case against Prasad, former Chief Minister of Bihar, who had earlier sentenced to a total of 14 years in jail in 4 separate other fodder scam cases. He was also slapped with a fine of total rupees 60 lakh. The Jharkhand High Court granted bail to Prasad in April last year. Now sports news. BCB President Nazmul Hasan Papon will go to India to talk to Sourav Ganguly about Saqib on February 20th. Chief Executive Nizamuddin Chowdhury will accompany him on the tour. There, the BCB President will talk to BCCI President Sourav Ganguly on Saqib's issue. The BCB President himself was surprised that Saqib did not get any team in IPL. Saqib Al Hassan's Fortune Borishal is on dream final of BPL. Saqib is also ahead in the race for the best of the tournament. The world's best all-rounder is having the best time of his career, yet no team has shown interest in IPL. Novak Djokovic has said he would rather miss out on future tennis trophies than be forced to get a COVID vaccine. He also said he should not be associated with the anti-vax movement and support an individual's right to choose. The 20-time Grand Slam winner was deported from Australia last month after the government cancelled his visa in a row over his vaccine status. However, the country's immigration minister Alex Hawke personally cancelled the 34-year-old visa on the grounds that his presence could incite civil unrest and encourage anti-vaccine sentiment. Before ending, we go to the Euro-Bangla City SATV news headlines again. Government is making Bangladesh Coast Guard as modern force to carrying out more new responsibilities in future, said Prime Minister. Bangladesh reiterated long-standing request for the deportation of Nur Chowdhury, convicted killer of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Prime Minister opens Amar Ekushe book fair today. Mask and vaccination proof mandatory for entry. You're up to date so far here on Euro-Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satvtv.tv. Stay with SATV.